So creating exceptional real estate experiences for our agents, our customers, and our communities through the passionate delivery of truly remarkable service is our mission. But changing lives is what we do. Hey everybody, and welcome to episode 8 of the Distinctive Properties Show. And before we get started, I have two things I've got to cover here. Number one, congratulations to Pam Colesworthy for answering the Blue Buck bonus question, which was, what was a silver bullet? And the silver bullet was, drum roll please, time blocking. If you're not time blocking and you're not living to your time blocking, you are missing out on a ton of business. Now the second thing is to answer the question that's on everybody's mind. Yes, I am bringing the sweater vest back. Okay? All right. Alexi's laughing in the background, but it's true. All right. So anyway, let's get right to it. What do you expect? What do you expect? Here's my question to you. Are your expectations where they need to be? You know, it's been an interesting week for me. I've had a lot of conversations with a lot of agents, both Coldwell Banker and outside agents this week, where I think they were a little bit lost on whether or not their expectations were reasonable or not. So I thought, gosh, you know what? This is great. We're going to talk about this because it kind of fits right in with Tom Ferry and all of the things that he's trying to get us to do. So let me ask you this. If I need to do 25 transactions in order to meet my goals, right? How many leads do I have to produce? Well, how many of those do I need to convert? And is that a reasonable expectation? So different lead sources obviously have different, conversions, but for the sake of this argument, let's just kind of use the 5%. Let's just say averages out to 5%. I understand, we've got people that say that you don't get, more than 2% on direct mail, and there's, 3% on Zillow or whatever, right? Let's just use 5%. How many leads do I need then to produce to do 25 transactions? I'll let you have a minute. 500 leads. So here's a question for you. Is it reasonable to expect that you are going to do 25 transactions? Well, of course it is. But you're not going to get them done unless you are actually doing what you have to get done. So are you expecting to get 500 leads based on the lead sources that you have in place currently? If the answer wasn't an absolute yes, then you need to focus on putting in place lead sources that you can count on to be predictable and consistent in generating those leads. Because we all, I hope, believe that given the opportunity, we're good at conveying our value proposition. We're all closers. We're all salespeople. We've got this. We've got this incredible market knowledge. We're the pros of our market. So we all believe that if we had the at bat, we're going to hit singles, doubles, triples, and a few home runs. But you got to have the at bat. So if your goal is 25, figure out what your goal is, right? And then figure out how many leads. But if you're not generating enough leads, let's talk about this Tom Ferry Core 4 that so many of us have been working on as part of our Breakthrough by Design and our coaching. Remember those? So you had the past clients and sphere of influence. You had online. You had your farm. And you had open houses. Right? So past clients, sphere of influence. You need to have a schedule. It needs to be set, forget, communication, drip marketing, phone calls, videos, client events, all of these different little pieces that's your plan. And this is how I'm going to communicate with my past clients and sphere of influence. And let me tell you something, if you don't have this in place, this is the easiest. One thing that I see over and over and over on the Tom Ferry business plan, section 4 walks through where your leads are coming from, right? And what I see over and over and over and over is north of 75% of most agents' leads are coming from their past clients and sphere of influence. Now, part of our job is to to make that percentage less. I hope that makes sense. We need to up some of the other lead sources to make sure that you're generating enough leads. But think about that for a minute. Your past clients and sphere of influence are the number one source of most of your lead generation. So if we were able to make it better, if we made the process and the way you communicated with them more regular, more consistent, and that generated an additional 10%, for most of you, that's 3, 4, 5, 10 more deals in 1 year. That's life-changing. So do you have something in place that allows you to put your contacts, subscribe to a campaign that provides you reminders to make those phone calls? Remember, we're talking about keeping in touch with people every quarter. I want a one-on-one phone call with your past client or sphere of influence every quarter. Do you have something that allows you to do that? Well, of course you do, because you're with Coldwell Banker Distinctive Properties and Coldwell Banker Commercial Prime Properties, and we provide that to you. Your IQ office is perfectly set up for this one thing. It's an incredibly robust system that allows you to subscribe people, to do newsletters. 33 touch plus is what we're looking for, but it's there for you. If you don't have it set up, take the time and make it happen right now. All right, so the next one was online sources. What are some of the online sources that are available to us with Coldwell Banker Distinctive Properties, or anything else for that matter, that we can be using? Well, first and foremost, obviously, is because of the brand. You have CB profiles, and ColdwellBanker.com gets millions and millions of unique visitors visiting their website, more than any other real estate brand website, and they are choosing real estate agents based on their profiles. So do you have a video up there? Have you updated what your credentials are and what your accomplishments are? Do you have something in there that helps you really communicate your value proposition and connect with the consumer? How about your Coldwell Banker Distinctive Properties websites? Again, IQ Office, part of that technology platform is that you have an incredibly robust website that you can customize to you, that really gives your personality and allows you to drive traffic to that site to generate leads. Your auto alerts can come directly from there, so your past clients and sphere of influence can be tied into this to push them to your website. Really amazing stuff, this IQ Office, right? How about Facebook? Part of a large part of your marketing packages for your listings done through us is obviously the Facebook advertising. So are you using Facebook to its fullest? Are you using marketing packages through Coldwell Banker, Distinctive Properties and Prime Properties? That's a great one. Zillow. Zillow is a great place for people to generate leads. There are people that are spending tens of thousands of dollars every month because their return on investment is high enough that it makes sense. And remember, Tom talks about a return on investment of somewhere between 8 and times cost. I mean, that's huge. 8 to 10x is a big return. And I don't know about you, but if I had to invest $10,000 today, but you told me that this year that was going to give me $100,000, I'm in, right? Everybody else? I'm in. As a Coldwell Banker agent, the brand has negotiated a preferred placement for you so that when your listing is on Zillow, it actually shows your name, where most of the other companies, that's not how it works. You have to search and search and search just to find who the listing agent was. So online, there are some real easy, inexpensive ways for you to get in there. How about farming? We've talked a little bit about farming. Geographic and demographic farming are all things that you can do. Certainly you can farm your own sphere of influence and past clients. But here's the industry standard, right? You need to have a minimum of 250. That's a minimum that you're sending mail to every month. And the industry says it needs to be twice a month. There needs to be a call to action. There needs to be a place for you to send people, and it needs to be sticky, and you need to be able to get their contact information, and on and on and on, right? Well, guess what, folks? Not only do you have a company that supports direct mail and geographic farming, but as part of your websites, we've given you that home valuation page that is that spot where people can go, enter their information, for a valuation of their property. It doesn't get any better than that, right? There's also other companies. If you don't want to use your page and you don't want to go through the expense and the time of producing your own mailing piece, which, let's face it, it's a lot of time. And if you're not passionate about that component of the business, outsource it. There's a company called geographicfarm.com that you should come to Alexi or myself, and we can hook you up so that all gets done for you, right? Every single month, 2 times a month, landing page, leads galore, Facebook advertising, the whole thing, right? It's an integrated platform. But geographic farming or farming of some sort has to be part of your lead generation. And then, of course, there's open houses. And listen, done right, with a focus on generating both buyers and sellers, the open house is the quickest, the most effective source out there. Ask Deb Severs. Trust me, that woman knows how to do an open house. I just ran into Linda Spinner, and she was just telling me about her open house last night and how it was fantastic, and it was so much better than the ones that she's done in the past because it was a previews open house. And again, in your CB3 marketing package, we have the previews open house as part of that. And it's much like the mega open house that you're listening to Tom talk about in Breakthrough by Design. By the way, if you're not doing Breakthrough by Design, you're really missing out. I don't know if you heard, but the company's actually going to pay for your Breakthrough by Design. So if you haven't done that, you really need to get on it. Okay, enough said. So the mega open house or the previews open house has this focus on the neighbors, has this focus on your sphere of influence and past clients, has this focus on other agents. It's the whole tamale, right? And Tom talks about, hey, if you want to be a top producer, you have to do how many open houses each month? Do you remember? 5, right? So you have to do 5 or more open houses each month. Folks, this is a very low-cost way to get a boatload of leads. So, is it reasonable to expect that you have one lead generator in each of those sources? Is it reasonable to expect that you generate 500 leads to sell 25 properties? Is it your expectation that you will meet or exceed your goals for 2016? Is it your expectation that you'll do the activity each day to achieve your goals for 2016? I mean, do you have an accountability partner that can hold you accountable to the expectations that you've written out? Does your behavior match those goals? Do you expect your behavior to match? So here's what I do know. If you expect that you're going to crush it in 2016, you're right. You are going to crush it because you're going to expect of yourself that you're going to have the right mindset and the right action alignment with your goals, with those expectations that are going to help you crush it. So, what do you expect? Are you going to crush it for 2016? All right, we'll see. So let me ask you this. For 50 blue bucks, are you willing to shoot a video that would be sent out to your sphere of influence, social media, on Videolicious, talking about the Distinctive Client Program? If you do, and you send it to Alexi, the first person to send that video to Alexi wins 50 blue bucks. As always, I'm here for you.